good afternoon, good evening, and good night, okay? Because it's sometime somewhere in the world. So, my name is Karma. This is my channel. This is a manifestation channel, but this is also a learning channel too, right? So, I have a glare from these. Let's just take these off. Ain't nobody here. I don't need to see nobody. I know what I look like. So, when the student is ready, the lesson will appear. Really think about that. When the student is ready, the lesson will appear. You see, the saying goes something to the effect of when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, right? But I really believe that the lesson will appear because once you really get into manifestation, right, you realize that you are the teacher. Everything is within you. It's on you to read the knowledge, to study the knowledge, to implement the knowledge, and then to take the knowledge into the real world and make it work, right? And so, um, I talk about this because I did not rent a car out here, right? I actually just decided to Lyft everywhere because just saves money, right? And plus, like, it's like parking out here is like $50 a day and da da da. And yes, I can manifest the parking is free out here, right? But listen, this is working for me. This is what I'm doing now. So people love to talk to me, right? I don't know what it is about me. Maybe it's because okay, not maybe. It's probably because I affirm it, but they do. People from all walks of life love to talk to me. Like, for instance, I played darts last night, right? With a guy, a Japanese guy that lives in Hawaii. His name was Kevin. Nice guy. I won both games. Of course I did. But and he was really nice, and he was very inviting. And when I left, he imparted me with a place to try to eat some food. The universe imparting love to me in any form that it has, right? Because that's what I affirm. So then I had a Uber driver. Excuse me, I was in Lyft. I don't like Uber. So I had a Lyft driver, and his name was James. And so when I get in the Lyft, right, he starts with, "My leg is itchy." So I'm like, okay, he's going to tell me his life story, right? And he proceeds to. So he tells me he just got a tattoo, but he got it the old school way with the stone and a needle, right? So I'm like, okay, so why'd you choose that way? Why didn't you just do it with the machine gun, right? So he says because the tattoo really means something to him, and he just wanted to do it in a way that would be really, really memorable for him. And I'm like, okay, so the tattoo is like on his chest by his ribs, right? And he's like, it took 5 hours, and I'm like, 5 hours, and then he was like, yeah, but it would have been 30 minutes with the needle gun, right? And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay, so I'm learning the way he thinks, right? And I totally understand that because it's definitely going to be an experience he wouldn't forget, right? And so, and he was like, he only had one tattoo, right? And it meant, because it really meant something to him. And so he said he had the chemical signs in the shape of the cancer sign, the actual cancer, like the disease sign. So I said, okay, then either he just lost someone or he's battling cancer, right? So he proceeds to tell me that how he had been in remission himself for like 6 years, and then they had found something, and then so he was battling with that, but then he had been in his recent remission for like 6 months, right? And so he was telling me like the type of cancer he had and just everything that was happening when he would go to the doctor. And this was like a 15-minute ride, but it just seemed like he said so much in these 15 minutes, right? And so in my mind, I heard what he was saying, and so I heard what he was saying, right? Now, me wanting to be a healer, wanting to tell everybody about manifestation, wanting everyone to be healed, right? I just asked him like, well, do you believe in holistic healing, right? Because you have to kind of start off slow. I'm learning, so the lesson is appearing in my 3D. The lesson is appearing in my 3D, and so. Well, he was like, well, he does believe in cannabinoids, right? And I'm like, okay. And then he said that he believes that is what kept him in remission for so long. And I was like, okay, right? Because if in his mind that is what the technique that's helping him to stay in remission, I I know that it's really just him and his faith that he's okay and that he's in remission that keeps him in remission, right? But he believes it's the substance he's using. So, and I didn't want to take that from him at that time because I don't know him long term, you know. And if it's working for him, right, then let it work for him. But little does he know that really his power to make this disease be in remission comes from his mental state and what he believes. But he firmly believed what he believed. And so we kind of left it at that. And then so my lesson is I guess so what did I get? So what did the 3D tell me? Because you know, like in my heart, right? I'm never gonna forget that Lyft driver, James. And I've seen a lot of Lyft drivers, but I definitely won't forget him or his story. And I'm manifesting healing for him because he is such a sweet spirit and a sweet guy, right? And so the lesson appeared because lately I have been thinking about how am I going to free others' minds, right? And it's like, you know, I guess I can affirm that people are open to hear what I'm saying to them, but ultimately I know that the student has to come to me is what it seems like. I don't want to make that affirmation, but it just feels like but I'm getting students coming to me, right? So now it's in me. Now this is the lesson for me to be able to teach people in a short period of time because how much time do you really spend with a stranger? Like, you know, like I was in a lift, so we're going to spend 15 minutes. I've been in lifts where people say nothing at all, right? And I was in this lift where this guy just told me his whole life story. I know it's something about my aura or my energy that makes people tell me their whole life story, and that's fine because, you know, I like to listen and I like to affirm for others, right? But I really feel like the lesson for me is how can I share this information with others? Well, I guess, you know what? I guess I could have shared my YouTube channel with them. I could have said, hey, could you check out my YouTube channel? So that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to like, give me one of those digital cards, right? And maybe some hard copy cards too, but because, you know, healing is also a part of manifestation. And I get it because there's these principalities that are putting these limited beliefs on us and they pile them up and pile them up and pile them up. And just the way, because I say that because the way he was describing, I don't want to talk about the form of cancer he has because I don't know the technology specific, but terminology. But the way he was talking about it, right? It was like it is a piece of him, right? It was well, he was talking about it with knowledge. He was talking about it with like, and which is good. You want to be knowledgeable on things, right? But I just feel like him talking about it the way he was talking about it could possibly bring more of it. But then that's what I remember, that we're always creating, right? So I'm manifesting in my reality that he just keeps creating, being in remission for himself. But there's a lesson in there for me. There's always a lesson in the 3D. And because I want to share this knowledge with people, but I don't want them to be afraid. I want to help free people because your mind and these limited beliefs are such a prison that we don't even know that we're in. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I want people to be free. Now, I mean, we're still gonna, everyone has a passing point. Everyone has a point where they pass into the great consciousness. I will call it that because your body leaves, but your consciousness, your soul, right? So, you know, everybody has a day when they'll go into the great consciousness. But until then, you know, we have to navigate on this energy field, right? And we want to be able to help everyone. Wait, you know, you guys, okay. This crazy place is so windy, but it's hot. I gotta turn the AC on. Hold on, y'all, because I'm about to start sweating, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. You know what I really need to start manifesting? I need to start manifesting that I'll sleep at night because I'll be up. But this is when I'll be laying in bed and then thoughts will be in my mind. And it's like, okay, well, I might as well get on here and talk and get it all out. Right? So here I am. But You know, I have to find a way to tell people that their words mean more than they think and their thoughts mean more than they think, because, I feel like once he was in remission, then let go of it, right? You let go of the terminology, let go of the I had this, I had that, let that go. Like, I wanted to tell him, like, you are, but I did. I was like, well, you're healed. You're going to be healed from now on. Things are going, of course, I say all my positive stuff because that's what I do, but I don't want to sound cliche, I don't want to sound like I'm just saying something just to say something, because I'm not. I'm really saying it because I know what I'm talking about. And I want others to be able to feel that. But I feel like we left in a good place. And I feel like I left him a lot of good energy, right? And I feel like he won't forget me, right? But who knows? He's a Lyft driver. They pick up so many people, I'm sure. And it's a tourist city. But, we always want to be. I wouldn't say I have guilt, but I just think about my friends that have passed on that I could have tried to implement this knowledge to, and then I think about this saying that my people will perish due to lack of knowledge, and this really is the knowledge that causes people to, because they don't know how their words really control their reality, how they talk to their body and how they talk to their cells really controls the reality. I've been fighting off this little weird feeling, right? I've been telling myself, you're on vacation. You can feel that when you get home. You're on vacation. Don't let that stop you. And it won't. Even if I'm feeling weird, I will still go out. I will still go out to eat. I went out to eat, went to the beach. Like, I was still gonna do everything I'm gonna do. And I just pushed down those thoughts. And then, I was in the bathroom doing curling my hair or whatever. And this negative thought tried to come in my mind. And I had to really sap myself. I had to say, hey, self, we're not going to deal with that right now. We're just not. We're just not going to think that. And we're not going to. You really do have to do that with yourself. And you have to be patient with yourself, because you still are going to fight those limited beliefs sometime, right? But that is why. But I haven't listened to any subliminal. Well, I did listen to an Elmer subliminal. Was that last night or night before, right? Maybe it was the night before. So I really haven't really listened to my subliminals how I do. So I think today I'll probably, when I go to the beach, I probably will take my headphones so I can listen to a subliminal while I'm chilling on the beach. I'm going to get up. Well, it's already early. Well, it's almost 2 a.m. here. So I'm going to go back to sleep and create. And then, because we always create right before we go to sleep, right? Whatever thoughts we taking with us into that reality, into that sleep realm, create. So I'm going to definitely create. But when I wake up, I want to wake up around 6 or 7, and I want to go to the beach really, really early. Hopefully it's not too crowded. And let's listen to subliminals and try to script, right? I really want to soak in this where I'm at. But I say subliminals because that too is a part of your mental diet. And no, you don't need subliminals to create. You can still manifest without them. But here's the thing. What is keeping you on track? What's keeping you positive thoughts? What is reminding you how great you are? You can tell yourself that. And then even then you may feel like, okay, it's a mental diet. Every day you die to your old self every day. So this is just a mental diet that works for me, and I'm living a happier life. And even when the 3D is weird, or I feel like something, I may perceive something is not going my way, but we all know that things are always working in our favor, right? Subliminals help me. Meditating helps me. Even since I've been on vacation, I felt a little rushed. Like this morning, I did my gratitude meditation, but it was so short and it was so rushed. So I feel like this morning when I get it, I'm going to do it. It probably might be a little rushed because I'm trying to rush to get to the beach. But when I get to the beach, I really want to just do my meditation, my morning meditation for gratitude, because I'm very grateful to be here. And I'm grateful for the knowledge that's been imparted to me. And I'm grateful for everyone that I have met on this journey. I'm grateful for you guys too, right? And I know that just being grateful helps with a lot of different things. It just puts you in the frame of mind of being calmer because you remember what you're grateful for. And something what I have noticed is that I gravitate towards more of the calmer manifestation coaches. There's one that like is like, I wouldn't say she's a bully, but she gets you together really quickly, and I like that because sometimes I just need to be get together real quick. Like, get me together. Like, I will go to her channel when I just know that I'm just depleted, or I'm just like exhausted, or I may feel overwhelmed and I need to get together real quick. Then I'll go to that channel. But for the main part, like my routine people, or like my, you know, like my words of just inspiration and stuff, will be like from the calmer coaches. And I was just looking at that, right? It was how I perceived them. But you must remember, because you are learning how to calm yourself no matter what. You're learning how to calm yourself even when the 3D is not what you want. You're learning how to go straight to your end even when something could be flat up in front of your face that you just don't like. You're learning how to only see what you want to see and only think what you want to think, no matter what the 3D is doing, and it conforms. And you have to do that from a place of calm. Now, you can rage. You can rage. You can rage. You can I am loved, I am chosen. And like sometimes when I just cannot pull myself out of a funk, I will rage. But usually I'm calm and I create from this place of calmness. And I think that's really what meditation really helps you do. It just helps you to be calm, and it helps you to consciously create, so you can consciously see what's going on and consciously say what you want to say or make a decision, not based on emotion. We must not be led by emotion. We must be led by our thoughts and our assumptions. That is what we really must be led by. And you look at the state of the world, and it's because a lot of people just emotionally do not know how to control themselves, and so they harm others, they harm themselves, they do. I mean, it's okay to do spontaneous things, yeah, but if it's going to wreck someone else's life, or it's just detrimental to the community, like, why do you really want to do it, like? But ultimately, people get to have in their reality whatever they have going on. So, and I want to say people are selfish, but I don't want to say that, because I don't want to affirm that, because I want to affirm that people love their self, right? And they discover self-concept, but they also know that we're all connected on a whole. And since we're not separate from anyone, how could you ever be selfish, because we're all connected, right? So I mean, this whole trip has been meditative, like, because it's just me. So, I can talk to myself inside my head, and I can look at little things, and just really, really, this has been a really hands-on experience for me. And once again, I'm very grateful for this experience, right? I mean, who would have thought? Like, honestly and truly, like, this is my Valentine's Day gift to myself, okay? So, because Valentine's is a sad time of the year for me, but not because of a love interest or nothing, but because I lost an uncle, my very close uncle. It'll be 6 years, Valentine's Day. It's the day before. So Valentine's Day has always been, and I know that I could affirm, right, that it's happy for me, but I don't really want to affirm that, like, usually every year I do a balloon release, and I might like cry or something, but it's grief is grief, right? Grief is a part of life too. But I don't want but I don't have the sadness in grief anymore. Like, I really have come to terms with, like, he's in the great unconsciousness. He's in the great consciousness now. His soul is a part of the great consciousness. So, and that's a beautiful thing, right? Because we all are connected. So, and then, like, I remember, like, maybe a year or two ago, I had this real vivid dream. I don't want to cry, but I had this vivid dream. Like, I was in a hallway. And, like, in every room, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure I told you guys before, but, and so in every room, this time of the year is how I get. Okay, sorry, y'all. House, I need my car. Okay, well, just don't say I need my car. Say my car is on the way. My car always shows up for me, or just, because you never need it for nothing. You never lack it for nothing. You always have everything you need, Brittany. Okay, but so back to this. I was in this dream, and me and my uncle were in a hallway, and we're like standing like this, right? And he didn't talk, but, like, I could feel his consciousness saying, how is everyone, right? And so I had just came from room to room checking on all the family members, and I just, like, we didn't talk with words, we just talked with, like, consciousness, and I just let him know that we were all okay. And then I woke up, and it felt so real If like I couldn't tell you where this hallway was, but we were there and it just felt so real. And like, and ever since I had that dream, I didn't have no more sorrow. Like I'm crying now. Hey Chris, I'm crying now, but these are tears of joy because like I said, he's in the great consciousness, you know, like he's in the great consciousness. So, you know, I don't know, that dream was just, it's a dream that I'll never forget. It just felt so real. But of course, we travel when we sleep. We travel when we sleep. So who's to say it wasn't real? Because my body is just my body, but my consciousness and my soul is always that forever and ever and ever, right? It's just that on this plane, they must, yeah, he's definitely a piece. At this plane, on this plane, they have to be together in order to work on this plane. But there are so many other realities. There are realities that we don't, that we only go in our sleep, right? So, but so that's my little Valentine's Day backstory. So I'm glad that I got to do this Valentine's Day. This is really, really, really important. Actually, this is the tattoo I have right here. Actually, this is my, like some prayer hands and then my uncle's name and then his birthday and his death date. But that was, I ain't getting no more tattoos. Like I love everybody, but I ain't getting no more tattoos. But um, you know, so the lesson will appear. So I don't know everything about manifestation. I don't know everything about consciousness. I don't know everything about how to shift to realities per se. I don't know everything, but I know that the more that I seek out the knowledge, the more the lessons appear for me to learn them and pass them. If that makes sense, like you're gonna start getting things happen. So instead of looking at the 3D as negative or not working in your favor, right? Why can't we just look at it as a lesson that we need to learn so we can pass the test so we don't have to deal with it anymore? Okay? Like, I intend for this to make sense to who it's supposed to make sense to. So you don't have to argue with the 3D. You don't have to be upset with the 3D because the 3D is trying to tell you something. The 3D is handing you a life lesson that you must overcome. And then once you pass that test, you kind of don't deal with it anymore. You really don't, because you now know how to do it. And I mean, I could get deep, but I ain't about to get that deep. It's early, I don't know, it's 2 a.m., early, late, whatever y'all want to call it. But I just want to say that I like to look at the 3D like that now, right? Like I used to call it like reading the 3D to see what the 3D has to tell me, but now I really see it as maybe the 3D is trying to teach me a lesson about manifestation because we're always creating. And I need to look at what the situation is and then learn what the lesson is so I do not have to keep repeating it, right? So that's where I am now. And I'm open to whatever the universe wants to show me today, right? I'm open to all forms of love that the universe has in store for me today. And I invite all the money the universe wants to give me. Okay? You have to like speak these things out there so that they come back to you 100-fold, 1,000-fold, whatever it is. This is a mental diet. This is how I talk to myself. This is how, like, when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I'm open to all the love the universe has to give to me today. And then I'm at that Lyft driver, right? I'm open to all amounts of money that the universe has to give to me. And then like every little knickknack I wanted yesterday, I was able to get, right? So just be mindful of your energy. Be mindful of your thoughts. You have to be mindful. You have to beat your thoughts into submission, and you gotta beat your thoughts into submission. You don't have to be hard with yourself. You don't have to yell at yourself. You also don't have to feel bad about anything because it's a lesson. It's not happening to you for you to feel bad. It's not happening for you to feel like you're not going to get the manifestation. It's happening to teach you it's happening to teach you mentally how to overcome the lesson so that now you create things that keep that lesson out of your life. It's either you have the lesson or you don't. So once you learn the things that it takes to create what you want, you should never be going back to the negative thoughts, or you should never be going back to whatever it was that was not making you feel good in the 3D, because you've now seen the lesson and you've seeked out the knowledge to pass the test. You want to get an A on every lesson that the universe gives you. But the good news is Even if you get a D on the lesson, even if you barely pass the lesson, even if it feels weird while you're pushing through, you still pass. You do not have to be perfect to create. You do not have to be perfect to manifest. You just have to have a willing mind to seek the knowledge for you that works for you in your mind that helps you to create. And me, I just kind of see that the calmer approach helps me. Like every now and then I do got a rampage. I ain't gonna lie, right? And that helps too. It all helps. Any technique helps. Any technique helps. Any technique can help. Everybody has their own different techniques. I watched so many. I watched a lot of channels. Some channels I stayed away from. Like I said, I ended up on a dark energy channel, and I was like, "What am I doing on this channel? Let me get off this channel because I don't want to put none of that up in me." But there's many manifestation coaches out there. You're going to gravitate towards the ones that are meant for you and that teach you the techniques or ideals that you need. I mean, ultimately, you don't need a technique to manifest that. You need them, but you definitely need a mental diet. You definitely need to know where your thoughts have been and why your thoughts are making you think a certain way, and then you need to affirm against it. Period. I don't care what nobody say. Affirmations work. Affirmations help. Affirmations are words that you're saying to yourself. But even if you can't visualize, right? Like I don't know why, but like it's like I can, like, even right now with my SP, right? Like I can visualize past stuff that we've done, right? But now I'm like, is it me visualizing or is it the past? Like, but so I can see him and I can hear his voice and I can visualize stuff. But as far and when I have like certain scenes that I've created, but sometimes I'll get stuck, right, on trying to visualize. And then when I get stuck, I'll just like, he loved me, it don't even matter. Like he loved me, he's always loved me, right? He's gonna love me forever, and just talk about it, and it helps soothe me, and then I just let it go, because there's no point in trying to fight with yourself if there's a easier, more effortless way for you to get to your manifestation. Choose it. Why choose the hard road? You don't have to make it hard for yourself. It can be effortless. It can be easy to create, and you can create with just your thoughts and assumptions. You don't even have to visualize. Visualization just really works for me, but I've always been a visual learner. I've never really been a textbook learner. Get a job for what? I'm literally 9 days in Hawaii right now. Haven't worked in 4 years. I do have a job. My job is to teach people who want to learn how to navigate life in peace. And what I get paid from helping people live their life in peace is like it's worth more to me. It's worth more to me to free somebody or to see my friend healing, which my friend is doing so good. She is just did a complete turnaround from what the doctors told her. That is worth more to me than a job. You can go to work. Some people believe they have to work in order to go on a vacation, and that's okay too. I don't knock you for that, but that's not what I do. On the streets for what? I literally have a paid 9-day vacation for Hawaii. I bought everything I wanted today. All my bills are paid. I mean, I get it. You're probably up. What's the real question? Is there something you need help with? Help me know. So you're saying you should be on the streets, right? I'm assuming you mean prostitution. Women who prostitute themselves have a lot of limited beliefs, but somehow, some way, our upbringing or whatever may have done that. So, and I don't knock it, because I know some people who work that profession, and of course now the lesson is to teach people how you don't even have money as energy. It's not what you think it is. I don't know. I always get weird people this time of the night who make weird comments, but it looks like they're getting blocked, so I'm gonna just go ahead and time them out. But let's see. How do you no put in timeout. Okay, there you go. Anyway, so I just went ahead and put that person in timeout because they were about to start talking stupid. But so the goal, and actually this is a job for me. I get paid from YouTube. So this is my job, my calling, my purpose. This is my purpose, to help free people, because I come from an urban background, right? And we don't really get the luxury to believe in manifestation, or that we create, or that we can be limitless, right? We don't yeah, girl, I didn't block them because that was crazy. But just knowing my upbringing, and no disrespect to it, because I love my mom, she did the best she could. My mom went to college, and my grandma too, right? I just didn't like. I'm the black sheep of my family. I'm pretty sure I've had this talk with y'all before, but it's working out for me. Me being a black sheep is working out for me, you know. Even now, actually, I've been thinking about going to college because now I don't have manifest, and I can just manifest the grades I want, and I can manifest see me walking across the stage, and it can happen. I probably will go back to college, but working, and I do work. I don't know. Yeah, that was a spam. Because I ain't got time. Like, I got my boutique going on. Like, best believe I worked, baby. But I work for myself. But I've always had the frame of mind that I wanted to work for myself. Like, I grew up around my aunt who had a janitorial business, and then my mom had her own. She had her own practice at once because she's a lawyer. She had her own law practice at once, and she had her own maid service company at once. So I've always been surrounded by women who had their own business. So I kind of picked up that part because I really don't take too well to people telling me what I don't want to hear. So the only way to not have to do that is to work for yourself and then figure out how to get the money. So ain't nobody. And then like I should have really told them. I'm pretty sure I told y'all my story, but I used to work. I worked since I was 16, and then when the shutdown happened, right, I had oh, because this made mad, y'all. I'm hoping that one day there'll be a settlement or something. But when the shutdown happened and the business closed, I couldn't get my PTO. I couldn't get my vacation pay. I couldn't get my sick pay. I couldn't get nothing. And you know that all these businesses got PPP loans, so they did get bailed out. And here it is 4 years later, right? And I'm assuming that my settlement is on the way. How about that? Yes, my settlement from that company is on the way. But that upsetted me. And the letter, and when because like it was like a company that I loved working for them. I loved my manager. I loved the owner. The owner was like very like would come into the store, and the owner had stores in China, right? But she was very hands on. And so, you know, I had just kind of I wrote like not my store manager, but the general manager an email, and I was like, well, hey, you know, I got kids and stuff, and I had earned that money, and you know, are you guys gonna give it to us? And they were like, no. And I was just like, okay. And it just showed me how these companies really don't give a f about you. They don't care. It don't matter if you work. I worked overnights, overtime, on time, other people's shift. Like I really loved my job, right? So that was when I decided I'm not working for nobody else, and people that work for me, I want to make sure that I'm the type of boss that always has their back. So there's that. So that's why I'm not going to work, because these companies really, I don't want to affirm that. I don't want to affirm that. I don't want to say the companies don't, I just know in my experience what happened with me. And yes, I could revise it and da da da. I don't want to. I just want to revise it and say that the check is in the mail. They're going to pay me my money they owe me for my time they didn't give me when I needed it then. But the universe worked it out anyway, so it didn't matter anyway. But long story short, can only work for myself, and I do work for myself, and I get to do everything I want. I have went more places across America in this last 4 years than I have in my whole 40 years of living. Okay, you don't need a job to travel. You don't need a job to buy the things you want. You need the mindset to manifest. That's really what you need. But nevertheless, if you do work, make it work for you. Make it, if you do work, okay? If you feel that you have to work, that is fine too. There's nothing wrong with that. Then make it work for you. Make your coworkers love you. Make your boss love you. Make you the highest paid worker. If you're gonna work, then make it work for you, is all I'm saying. But see me how I was ready to talk to this fool, because my thing is, even when somebody being negative, I try to find I try to either help them dispel their limited beliefs, right, or I just time them out because I don't want to argue with you at all. But whatever the case may be, people have so many limited beliefs, right? Like that person believe you got to work to please, okay, people, you I mean, you know, hey, okay, I don't want to talk about the work discussion because so many people work, right? And it's nothing wrong with working. It's nothing wrong with, like I said, I loved my job before they didn't need my money. But like I said, I'm affirming that I get a settlement, because I always get settlements, or one of my old coworkers eventually sues them and I get a check. So I ain't worried about it. I'm gonna get my money back because I put in. And I mean, I was in at that job for almost like 2 years. I really really loved that job. So let me bring it back, right? I don't know why. I guess because I keep paying attention. Well, no, I do know why I keep getting these crazy comments. But if I feel like I can help someone, then I will try to help them. But if I can't help them, I will block them and be done with it. So, nevertheless, this is a job for me. This is the job the universe has imparted to me. It's to help those around me realize how they can free themselves from sickness, from debt, from depression with their own thoughts and assumptions. This is a work that I love. Like, I'm pretty sure I told y'all before, but like Tony Robbins, he's not really like, he's more of a life coach, but I've always watched him throughout the years. He always inspired me when I listened to him talk, and I always wanted to kind of be like him, right? But I always kind of felt like, well, I hadn't lived enough to give somebody advice, or I hadn't lived enough, or da da da. Well, now I'm 40. I definitely lived enough. I definitely done enough to feel like I can give someone some advice, even an older person. We respect our elders, but I still even feel like I can give an older person advice, right? Because learn about manifestation. You guys hear that wind? It's so windy right now out here, and it's like hot, but it's super windy. Anyhow, so y'all want to see? It looks like there's Waikiki, y'all. And it's funny because even though the stores are closed and stuff, I still hear like young people down there howling and screaming, or you'll hear music playing, or like people are out there living. They don't care if it's just closed. I mean, well, the streets in Essence, let me say, I mean, the street is lit up. I guess you could walk out there if you wanted to, but good God, I ain't walking out there. No thing. This ain't Vegas. Now, Vegas is, I never sleep in Vegas. I be up all night in Vegas. Y'all have to come to Vegas with me because we parties, baby, in Vegas. Ain't no sleeping. Well, but that got casinos. Side note, bingo is illegal here in Hawaii, and I guess maybe any casinos are too. So there's that. Can't wait to get back home. But, gosh, do they even have lottery here? I don't know. I feel like I haven't, well, I did go into one convenience store. Do they have lottery here? Now I gotta Google it. Anywho. I want to manifest I win like a big lottery winning on one of my vacations. But this is my job. This is my calling. This is my purpose. And you know, throughout my life, I've always felt like, what is my purpose? Did you go to, girl? No, let me tell you what happened at the club, right? Because mind you, I've been walking all day, girl. I should have had my step counter wrong, because I definitely did about 50,000 steps yesterday. When I got back here and took a shower, it was over. Okay, my body started aching, and it was just like, girl, you ain't going to the club. And honestly, truthfully, like, it was more like, it wasn't like, I mean, you know, like I like the hood stuff. It wasn't really a hood club anyway. And then I started talking myself out of it. I was like, girl, you always hanging out with Brandy. You done been in the club a million trillion times. Go ahead and get some rest. So I actually got some good sleep, right? I didn't make it. But I did go to a restaurant though. I did go up out of here because I was like, well, I didn't took a shower and I'm hungry. And I went to this place, it's called Lava something. I had a teriyaki bowl, but it was good. It had green onions and sesame seed, and it was really good. So I did go to a restaurant, but I didn't go to the club, girl. I might go. Well, actually, today, I guess I'm going today, girl. They are having some fraternity, Alpha Mega, blah, blah, blah. They're having a Apollo show at a theater, so I bought tickets to that. So I hope they gonna like some step in and all that stuff, and I might even meet some cute guys because it's like a black fraternity. So I'm excited about that. Like, I've been sitting here partly talking to y'all, but thinking about what am I gonna wear, right? So I'm excited to go to the step show today, like that side. So after that, we'll see. I'm gonna try to network and see what everybody else is doing since they're obviously out here. And then on Sunday there's like a R&B brunch, because you got to remember it's Black History Month now, so it's a lot of little black stuff going on. So I'm trying to go to that. Yes, that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna meet, you know me, I love to talk to people, so I'm gonna meet somebody. I'm gonna meet a few somebody. I'm gonna network. Okay. But so I'm excited for that actually. So I was like, that's gonna be a big thing, and then we'll see where it goes from there, because I'm sure people's gonna be some other events too. But then so there's like the R&B brunch tomorrow, but they're calling it something else. They call it it's called the For the Culture brunch, but it's African American. It's Black History Month, so I'm gonna go to that on Sunday too. So I got a lot of stuff. There's a paint and sip. I got a lot of little stuff that I'm trying to go. I try to make my video, put it in my day 2 video. Hopefully I get some good footage of the Apollo thing. No, I didn't go to the club, girl. But I done been clubbing, girl. It's like I ain't missing nothing, girl. I ain't missing nothing, for real. I ain't missing. I have lived. I've partied all night. Where was I at? Oh my God, I used to be in a social club, in like the girl motorcycle club. So best believe I have partayed in my life. So I wasn't tripping. Plus, it was more like it was like a live band club type thing, and it wasn't like Jagged Edge or nothing I really want to see, but which I wouldn't even like knock nothing like that, because I always open my mind to new experiences. Like when I went to Miami, I went to the when they have Little Cuba. I went to a concert in Little Cuba. So, and that was fun. You just felt the vibe of the people around you. But yeah, I got so much stuff planned. I don't remember that. I might try to go out tonight. I don't know. Then it's like my sleeping pattern is so sporadic. I gotta. Well, I like it like this though, because now I go back to sleep and then I wake up and I go to the beach. So I didn't go to the club, y'all. But yeah, I'm excited for today. I'm excited to go to this fraternity thing. I'm excited just for everything that the universe has in store for me today. I know I just think I gotta follow on Instagram. Thank you. There's me, girl. I call this my Summer Walker wig, because you know how Summer Walker always like has those blonde wigs, and I was like, Summer Walker, why you got that wig on? But now that I got one, I understand, because I don't know, these just make you feel like you're somebody different. You know, I'm not like the karma. This is a Hawaiian karma. I'm like Hawaiian Barbie karma. So this wig isn't actually too bad. Oh, shout out to my bestie Brandy. I need to be like tagging the hair companies you guys from. It's actually a really good wig. And the curls, they lasted like, oh my God, all day. And then it's really long too. Like in the back, this thing is popping. It's giving Summer Walker. Actually, somebody on the I'm about to say the boardwalk, like I'm in somebody on the stroll, whatever this main street is out here where the mall and stuff is at, was like, I look like Wendy Williams, and I was like, I'll take that, because you know what that really meant. What I heard was, I look expensive, I look rich, I look like I got a lot of money, and I do, because I'm a millionaire. So I will definitely take that compliment. Thank you. I'm gonna follow you back too when I get off of here. So I'm just up talking to y'all, because y'all are my open diary. I always tell y'all that. Like, y'all are who I talk to. I love y'all. Y'all tell me what's up with y'all. How y'all manifestations going? Somebody on here needs to win $1 million so I can know what's up. But yeah, you know, when the student is ready, the lesson appears. The lesson appears because, and like a lot of things that I'm learning now, of course, I would have never grasped those ideas before. Like even trying to read a Neville, well, not trying to read, I can read. Even reading a Neville Goddard book, if your mind isn't open to the words that he's using, like you really ain't gonna understand what's going on. Like I almost feel like I should read, because I've read the Bible from front to back, and I got some stuff and I didn't understand, and all that, and that was a long time ago. I almost feel like I should reread the Bible, because of like probably like some stuff I could take out of there, like I Neville did, and put it in my book I'm writing. Girl, long story, but I know everything. Yes, everything is gonna work out. It's working out right now. Whatever is happening is working in your favor. There's a lesson to learn in what's happening right now, and it's working in your favor. Look at what's happening right now and make you get your book, because I know you got your journal, because if you on this page, we script over here. Write down affirmations that help dispel whatever is going on that makes you feel like it's not working, because but you, like you said, but you know everything's gonna work out for you, and ultimately it does. And we don't want to talk about the negative stuff, only the positive stuff. So speak positive to yourself. Of course it's working out, of course you're gonna get it, of course things are working in your favor, of course the money is gonna be available. Period. Okay, look, y'all. Don't get me started, because I'm like, I should have been a cheerleader. Okay. If I was a little bit smaller, I probably could have been a Raiderette. But anywho, I could be an honorary Raiderette though, because I love me some Raiders. But side note, when I get back though, it's like a big old Super Bowl party going on. They doing Super Bowl and cigars, and my SP gonna be there. And I'm so on the fence about if I want to go or not. What y'all think? Should I go or should I not go? I mean, I can go. I definitely steals the show anywhere I go. He gonna be stalking me and watching me, so that is for sure. But I don't know if I want to go, because I just feel like I don't chase our trade. But like all my other cigar friends keep saying I better go. I almost felt like I was gonna lie and be like, I'm still in Hawaii. I don't even want to watch the Super Bowl. It ain't the Raiders. But congratulations to the Niners. You guys worked hard. You deserve it, right? So, but anywho, that's neither here nor there. Actually, truthfully and honestly, a friend of mine is a friend of Marshawn Lynch, because he's from Oakland. He's a retired Raider. And she invited me to come down with them to go watch the Super Bowl at the stadium. And you get like the little package that comes with it and everything. She told me to come to Vegas by just fly. By the time I get home, gotta love on my little baby, because I'll be gone for so many days. I'm just like, If I'm not too exhausted, right, then I would go to Vegas and go to the game with them. And it's also my friend's birthday too. They're gonna do it pretty big. I just feel like, gosh, girl, you told me at the last minute, like when on the tail end of my Hawaii trip, like so. And basically, I would have to I get home Friday, and I'd have to be flying out the next day, Saturday, to get to Vegas to enjoy the birthday and the Super Bowl. So, but I do have, in essence, it's just like I don't have to pay for nothing, no room, no entry into the Super Bowl. I don't know if I'm gonna be tired. I don't know if I'm gonna be tired, but definitely I can go. That's for sure. Manifested that. I have good friends. I have good people. I know people. I know some good people that got resources. So, but I'm saying so. Should I go to the cigar party? Should I actually go to Vegas? Should I stay in my bed and not watch it all? Because like I said, it ain't the Raiders. But I'm gonna have to decide the closer I get to time to go. Like, am I in contact with my SP? I mean, we ain't talking on the. Oh, I don't want to affirm that. I mean, okay. I mean, we ain't talking on the phone right now. We ain't talking. I haven't. Like, I thought about him, right? I mean, I probably could call him, but I'm not calling him. But like before I left, we were at where we hang at, and it was karaoke night. So I sang like two songs, and then he sang a song, and then he was like looking at me while he was singing, and I wanted to slap his little face. But that definitely was movement, like, because he can't hide that he loved me. It's like all over his face and his eyes. I mean, as soon as we look in each other's eyes, it's so irritating because you just see all the love you have for each other. Boop. So he was. So I mean, that was movement, right? But I'm not gonna reach out to him. He gonna have to reach out to me. That's what I'm affirming, that he reaches out to me. And I know I'm not supposed to want an apology, but I want one anyway. I'm saying I can have what I want. So he gonna reach out. He gonna realize that he effing up his life right now, and I'm the priority, and I'm the priority in his life, and I'm all that matters to him, and he can't breathe without me. Oh, he didn't came to that realization. So actually, I'm affirming when I do get back, that he say all that to me. That was it. I don't want a phone call. I want face to face eye contact. Tell me what I want to hear. Boop, because like I told you, I'm a visual person. Like, I need to see your face when you telling me what you. I need to look in your eyes when you tell me what I want to hear. So, I mean, but like the energy. Like I go by vibes and energy. Like that boy, you can't hide love. Like, I don't know, do men not understand that? Like, you can say whatever and you can act tough because your friends around, but looking in your eyes, boy, I can see that you clearly love me. Like, you gotta think about like the guys you meet that are like attractive. They got money. They can buy you what you want, but you don't got romantic feelings for them. Like, there's other people I'm attracted to, but I don't want to be with them. And then there's people that be like trying to come on to me. They be nice. They have good jobs. They got money. They give me money. They buy me stuff. But I'm not attracted to them like that. I don't feel those feelings for them. So when it's your person, when you know. You know. But no, I kind of feel like okay, well maybe it's me visualizing the scene or whatever, but I feel like he want to say something. Well, first of all, I know for a fact he be on my Instagram because when we do be like close, he takes screenshots of me and then show me my picture on his phone. Like, you little stalker, you don't even really have an Instagram for real. You just on here looking at me. But he probably one of my shadow followers or something. But he always just like lets me know he been on my Instagram. So I know he gonna say something. If he called me, he could call me right now. I'll be like, boy, fly down. He got it. He definitely got it. He definitely got a bag. So I'm like, boy, fly on down, boy. It's room for you. And there 2 beds in here. You can sleep in the other one. Why do I want to put him in the doghouse so bad? That must be a limited belief up in there somewhere. Cause I want to put him in a doghouse. But no, I mean, we in contact, yeah, like we see each other and stuff. That's why I was like, should I go to the party? Like, I mean, should I go to the Super Bowl party or should I go to the Super Bowl? Decisions. Oh my God, girl, now you got me thinking. I've been trying to, honestly and truly, like, I've been thinking about him, but it's because I think about him, but I don't really want, I don't want to be like, mom, my thoughts be consumed to him. Like, I want to enjoy Hawaii, right? Like, if he show up, he show up. I mean, I got a whole week here, so if he reach out, I'm gonna tell him he can come on down. Come on down, the price is right. Come on down, boy. But ultimately, I'm having a good time. We're always in contact though. We're never separated. I mean, he's right here. He's right here. So you're always in contact with your SB. That's why I mean I guess you just gotta get to that realization. But like I don't feel separate from him. I don't feel separate from him. I feel like he's right. He's right here, right, and he is like energetically speaking. I'm glad that I did get to see him at karaoke before I left because I still got to see the love in his eyes and on his face. Like how he look at me is just like you could tell. Like when a guy look at a girl that he loved, like you can't hide that shit. Like he can say whatever, he can act tough for his friends, but I don't know. I could see it, right? So I don't want to talk about him. Gosh, okay. Shoot, I'm just trying to let him go. Did you not see my video? I'm trying to let this motherfucker go. Okay, and even when you let go, they still show up. Boop. So there's that. But anyways, I actually feel like I'm getting sleepy now, which is good. Oh, she's 2:19. It's 2. I've been on here for almost an hour. Y'all ain't tired of me? Y'all gotta be only one viewer. Whoever you are, I love you. Is it Kristen? I love you guys. Well, I'm about to get off here and lay down and create, right? I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to visualize my SUV in here, like not on some freaky shit or nothing, but just on some like I'm about to visualize him telling me that he's coming down here. How about that? Well now somebody else on here. I can create that way, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm getting sleepy and I'm getting ready to go into the sleep realm, and so I need to put all these good thoughts. Actually, it's probably a good time for me to go to sleep because I kind of feel like I have this last memory of him looking at me with his little eyes of his. Ugh, oh, see, I'm getting all mushy. No, bop, bop, bop. Back to the couch to the gritty. I'm about to lay down and go to sleep, y'all. Wait, bye. Get you some rest. I should have that. No, I'm glad you did because I'm about to create some good stuff before I go to sleep. So actually, the first time my favorite girl, I love you, please, girl. This is what we do. This what I do. This what I do when y'all ain't here. When I'm talking to myself, this hobby. I be like, girl, you know you love him. Stop. Like I be saying all this in my head. It is okay. Like I know I love him. Like I be getting mad. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm through. And I be crying. And I'll be back. So, because like I said, they still come in. It doesn't matter. They still come in. Good God. They still. I even thought about my SP that's been my old SP has been kind of fake, like stalking me. Good God, I don't want him to call though. So let me stop thinking about him. Anyways, YouTube, I love y'all. Yeah, I'm getting sleepy. My eyes getting low. I love y'all though. Y'all the reason I do this right here. And we all getting what we want in our reality period. Okay? So y'all go to sleep or whatever y'all finna do and create. Think when you lay there in a bed, just visualize and think of all the good stuff you want, even if it's just money. Like Elmer always says, count $100,000 in $100 bills. You'll get it. Good night. Bye.